Okay, we're now open. And we're coming down to our pivot. All right. Going through our pivot. Let's see, our first level down below is going to be down here at 41. We had to get down to 46. All right, we're coming down to our 41 area. Should have gotten filled. We got 40 and 75. I would look for around 44 if it'll stay or stop. Just keep your stops in. We get stopped out, we get stopped out. We just go to the next trade. I mean, losses are part of this thing. Look to get back. It doesn't look like it wants to right now. Everything's negative across the board this morning, so We may be headed for that 15 area. It's not normal. Reload some data here. All right, I'll put a little line across here at 44. And let's see, we should get back up to.
Yeah, the hope line.
The 52. I think the 52 would be a reasonable area. It's right in that value zone. All right. All right. Don't make a liar out of me. Come on up. Yeah, it gave you a place to get out if nothing else.
$43.5. I'll take it.
Mine's sitting right there on 44. You could tell this thing had been consolidating in there.
Good, Michael.
Next level we got down is at the 30. Now I've got an intermediate sitting here at the 36. Let's see how important this is going to be. This little zone around here keeps a little box around it. We have to adjust it a little bit here. So they're going to move on me. Kind of rushing it a little bit.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Every time I think I got it stabilized out, it bounces around again. All right. Move it a little bit right there. that area is going to be kind of important for the next little bit. All right, let's see how we can get performance going back into these areas. Not that I saw. We've got consumer confidence coming out here at 9 o'clock. I believe it's consumer confidence. Forex. This is Eastern time, so 9 o'clock our time. Consumer confidence and jobs, job openings. And that's going to be it for today. There's our 44. Good. It did make it. That's a good sign. It's clutter in here. Okay. 4. Anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Go ahead, Maureen. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm back, and here's the levels again for any latecomers.
We're running into a little headway up here at 45 to 46 area. We got our 44.
Missed that long by a tick.
I had already envisioned I was going to have to take that 36 area also. At 48, 47 to 48 area, we're going to run into a little headway into it. Like I say, I've got a target area back up here at this 52 zone. We're coming back to the pivot, which is 48. We're back at our blue band, fighting to get to that 52, but we've got to fight with that blue band. You know, that was I fight with that blue band enough as it is. It's just I've learned to say, look, just go ahead and take you some profits and get out. We got two spots now. We got this zone in here, this zone up in here. Now, how are we going? Is it going to go back down before it goes up? Or is it going to go up? Is it? I don't know. No, I've just got Ninja Trader. But I am flat now. Okay. I like for it to complete a process before we start. Once I start getting numbers above and below, the clarity gets. I don't know which one it's going to do first. Both of those areas are important areas right now. Oh, let's see what we have yesterday. So I don't know which way they're pushing it to. Right now, it's up, but they can take this thing and send it right back down into this zone here. So take you some profits. Don't be too greedy. If it makes it up there, great. It made it up there. I got out around the blue band area. I got out in here, so I'm happy. Uh, if it would have kept going, I might have, but I'm going. Yeah, it's stalling. Came back to our pivot. It's bouncing off our pivot. If you took the pivot, below it, you're doing okay.
I'm going to do what Philip does.
leave. I'm ready to quit now. That was my
I'm
run.
great. I'm great. I'm happy.
That's it. The name of the game is to make our money, and every time we step into the market, we're at risk. And so I know it's when you're on just bam, 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 you think, but it'll bite you in the honey if you're not careful. But this 40 zone right here, it's an important zone. You can write it down. We're probably going to come back to it. The 52 is so secondary, I guess, to that 40.
It's fighting a little bit with that overnight low too.
Yeah, we're back at our pivot. Yeah, our pivot and low ended up being about the same spot.
Yeah.
I would look to get to see that 60 area back up there, 59. But we'll have to wait till 9 o'clock and see what they want to do with it at 9. Yesterday, we're still encapsulated by Friday's bar. I would have put the numbers a little bit tighter. And for me, it's okay, but we're moving around quite a bit. I have no idea what our average true range is. This thing is. Pull up an indicator here. This is the end of ATR. So far, all the bars are running from 2.8 to a little over 4 points per bar now. I know everybody's fixing to ask me, well, what is this indicator down here? Well, it's an indicator that I got from a lady called Hema Redding, and I don't know how to use it. The lady is probably a pretty good trader. And so one of these days, I hope to sit down and be able to gain something from it. As you know, with all of this stuff on these charts, they're all fine and dandy. But if we're not going to use them, why have them up there? That's just more clutter we got to dig through. Now, this chart here, it makes a lot of sense to me. But, I look at it, the charts that Saul has, that when he's in the room and he shows up, since I've been with him in about 216, we have been, when it first started out, he was running Ninja Trader, and the blue band, this orange and blue band right here this is the original setup. The only thing that we have done is we've taken away one of these moving averages. And really, truly, you don't need but one, because if you look at them, we follow so close on them. Come on, get on up there. We got 51.75. There we go. That's more better. Okay. I got to do a little record ordering here. Okay, if we leave this, then the next area we should see should be right around 60 area. Let's see, did I have 50? I've got 56 in there. I tried to give a little bit over Now don't forget, you can write that 5840 down. Are we going to see it again? Yeah, but it may be days before we see it again, but we will see it. Looking at my hourly chart. At 54, should have stopped it, bounced it back. We got up to what? 54. I use 56. I was in hopes we'd have a little bit more juice coming up. Also, keep in mind in the next 3 minutes, we've got news coming out at 9. So you just may just want to just keep your powder dry. Yeah, the 54 worked good, but when you have 56, it doesn't do a whole lot of good. We got a little less than 2 minutes. Let's see, did I have 72? I got 76.
Here's the basic levels again.
Okay, our news is going to come out in about 30 seconds. We'll see what's happening. Our ladder tickets thinned down a little bit. And let's see what they're going to want to do with it. It's out. It's up. Yeah, let's see if they'll. If we can get a close below 50-50. Yeah, we got that blue band down there at 49.50. Well, that's not what I wanted it to do, but that's good enough. Should have got up to 59, 50, 60 area. Didn't quite do it. I was in hope he'd run on up there. But go. You scamp. All right, we're coming up into the 60 zone. I have a 68. I also like the 60. Let's see what we're going to do now. Gotta respect that 52 area and that 54. For the record, I am short at 60. And NASDAQ is trying to climb a little bit. And VIX is at almost 20, 1980 handle. I'm showing footprints in the sand in this area. See if we can't get back into those zones in there. I don't expect it to go very far either way right now. As long as that NASDAQ screen up, all three markets can't agree on what they want to do. Going to find that if they're not in agreement, then things are trying to go green, I guess. I've got a 68 up here. Yeah, usually it just. Right now, we're going to have to go below 55 to see this thing drop in down to the downside. Yep, we just be patient. I have just about worn out that 60 taking shorts off of it. I don't think I'm going to do it anymore. I've been lucky so far.
Crazy, I had a line at 62, and I have no idea when I put it there.
That's me.
It likes it.
I go out and find these numbers. I'm going, where did this come from?
I have mine color coded, so it's from the 15 area somewhere. Well, we shall see.
That 58, 15, 16, 17 area, and also that 58 to 89, I think, 58, 89. Those are numbers that we've got to see again. But now, like I say, we're still in Friday's range.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on my daily chart, we dropped down to get to the low of 37.50. And I had a blue band sitting there at 37. So my problem is that I see too much stuff. Oh, yeah, we're coming back to this. It's kind of, yeah, but when? That's what Saul keeps telling me. Yes, but when? That's so. Change the color of these things. Guys, if anybody's got any questions, let's see why. Let's see. Well, most, if you look at, we were all red this morning, and all of a sudden the Nasdaq's in the green now. It's up 36 points, and the Dow is down 120 something. Now it's turning green, and the ES is only down 1.72 points. So the OEX, SPX, the YM, and the NASDAQ are turning green. And so the tide's changing. And so is it carved in stone that now all of a sudden the NASDAQ is still up and everything else is turning back red? So is it just we're so close to everybody's open and they don't know which way they want to take it? I mean, when I look at yesterday it just went sideways. And right now, Friday's high was up here at 59.75 and its low was at 58.35. Well, we got down to 36.50 this morning. Yeah. We're still trading that big Friday bar is still clouding us out, so to speak. But we looking at this 5-minute chart, and we can look at the daily charts, but there's a lot of little wiggles and waggles that happen in 24 hours. So our waggles trade in on a 5-minute chart. I use my 1 minute. I look at it. I'm going, okay, what should we do? Where should we go? Unless they decide to take this market this straight up, which is possible. I got 68 up here, but I'm going to move my deal down to about 66, 67, somewhere there. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. In other words, it's kind of like walking down the street with a few people going one way and everybody else trying to go the other. It's a fight, little bumping and fighting going on. On one of the courses that I took, now we're all three green. We had an open at 67. Everything. Anyway, I had taken a course one time, and that was just something that we were taught. Is, as long as one of those markets, these are all E-minis, the YM, the NASDAQ, or the Dow, either one is not in agreement with everything else, they're not going to go as fast in that direction. Now, you notice that it started turning green somewhere just about right in here. Okay, we're coming up to 66. All right, coming up to our 68. All right, let's see what happens. We have seen these markets turn, and all of a sudden it started picking up momentum right in here, and then everything starts climbing. And so we're blowing through our 68. $72. Our next level above is going to be at 76. See if we can't rotate this thing back down into 66 area. I like that. All right. There's one. I had to cheat. I had to take the 68 and the 72s. So, yeah. And NASDAQ's still holding in the 40s, 42s, 41s. The Dow and the S&P's gone negative now. Initially I was saying that we should get back down into this 53 area. In order to be more negative, I needed to be below 55, I believe what I said earlier. Yep. Okay, it's 9:30. It this is going to be kind of like our morning pivot. This 53 area. Oh. I had reasons to take those shorts. I took them. I took one earlier and it went against me and I didn't stop out. I took another one. I had a lot of faith in this thing. So where we're going now, I don't know. I mean, I've got these lines down here where we should go to. And eventually we'll get there, but is it going to be 5 minutes from now or 5 hours, 5 days? I don't know. So you just have to trade what it's doing. I know that when we get down into this zone in here, we're gonna run into some clutter.
I have to laugh because it's times like these, I don't know what it's doing.
Well,
I don't know if this is a pullback or a V reversal or,
yeah.
It's hard to say.
Well,
We've hit both ends, the overnight low, and we're now off the overnight high. So,
I had areas to get short at, and I had a reason to go short. Not only were the areas there, but it told me that we should be getting down. Now, when you look at that 5-minute bar, those 5-minute bars, it is in an uptrend. We have higher highs and higher lows on just about all these bars. So we're going to have to start breaking something down here. And I would say we're going to have to start breaking this 55. We need to break down into this 55 range. right now. It just that two chip can change, but until we, you know, you look at the 1 minute chart, we haven't really broken any swing lows. We come down, got close to them, but we haven't broken them. So the only reason that we have to go short is an area up above that we are expecting a reaction off of. We'll stop. And or in my case, I believe, I believe with all my heart that we were going to get back to 84. So, I had the 66s, I had the 72s, and I was going to take 76. I was going to put a 3 line in there. Well, that would have probably brought my average somewhere down about right here. I was okay with that. If it kept going on me, then I have to just say, hey, this is more than what I want. I'll cowboy up, get out, I'll make it back. That's me. It's better. I can tell you this. It's better to go ahead and take your loss, get out 3 different times than it is to sit there and take a bad position and make it worse. And
That's the truth.
what I explained to you just then was a bad position could make it work. It worked out, knock on wood. But sometimes they don't. And when they don't, it can get real expensive really fast. So you have to make up your mind really quick that, okay, this is all I'm going to do. I'm out of here. I spread these numbers out this morning. And this was a good reason to spread them out, because once we come on up here, we went zooming right on through it. Well, then I expected to come back down, at least sit on it, and it did. But I put these numbers and I put these lines in there. Please don't take my word for it. Write them down on a piece of paper. I'll be glad to go back and tell you exactly where they're at. This one here is at 53. This one here is at 49. And I have another one down at 40. 40, 49, and 53. Now, this thing gets up here and it starts making a turn and starts back down, you'll start to see us hit these things. Will it be today? I wish I could tell you that. But I do put them, I write them down. We're going to see them again. I may use, if this 1 minute chart would have zoned down in here, then broke back its way back up. There's a little book. And let's see, let me move this around here for a second here. This is how to trade the highest probability opportunities. And you get it over at Elliott Wave. And the guy's name that wrote it is Jeffrey Kennedy. And Jeffrey, he's pretty sharp. It's not but 47 pages long, but it's got a lot of little neat things in there that work. And I don't think it's about 20 or 30 bucks what it used to be. I have no idea what it is now, but you have to go to ElliottWave.com and get it. But the name of it is the highest probability opportunities, price bars and chart patterns. And it's worth a read, as far as I'm concerned. I've listened to him a lot of different times, and if you're going to follow somebody, at least follow somebody like Saul or and Jeffrey Kennedy kind of reminds me a lot of him. He's just as easy going. Just he's on an even keel. He's not jumping up and down. And but he's a Elliott Wave guy, and and he knows a lot about it. Like I say, he's a futures juncture guy that I guess sets up everything. But he's like I say, that little book, whatever it's worth the read. There's a few patterns in there that consistently work. Then you learn to throw measured moves and right at the moment, no sir. I see where we should get back down to. You know, I'm looking at this green line here down here at this 53 area, and also this zone here at 48.75, 49, and then down here in this 40 zone. So, but when I'm looking at this one, even when I'm looking at this 5 minute chart, every bar, you know, we have higher lows, higher. Well, we hadn't gone higher than that one. So this is a big dominant bar. It's dominating. So until we get above something or below something, we really don't know what it is. This is just we're guessing in here. When I look over at all three markets are all green now. You know, Nasdaq's up 84. It was up 42. Dow's up 13, 12, and NQ is up 4.55. And let's see, the SPX is up 6.74, even the OEX is up 3. So does that mean we're just going to continue to go up? Nah, I don't know. It just means that when we're going down, until things get more negative. Okay, let's look at it in terms of this. We have to have a place that tells us, okay, below this, we need to be more bearish than we are bullish. Above something, we need to bearish and bullish. Now, I use right now. Mine is where did I look at it? It was down there. Right now, to get really, here comes my blue band. I need to get below this 53. In order to get to the 53, I need to see us back below 55. So
I think one of the best things I ever heard was from Ryan Litchfield way back when, and he said that the market is always in a process of testing.
oh yeah.
And I think that's when we look at measured moves or levels, overnight high, low, all of that stuff, it's where does it want to retest to? And that's really helped a lot. That's when I started looking at levels, and that's what brought me to Saw, because nobody else was using levels until I hooked up with Saul, and that really helped solidify what I was already doing.
Yeah.
And I do both the levels and the measured moves, the ABCDs.
Well, my measured move usually consists of a line, believe it or not. I mean, I can use, but I can take this tool right here. And we should, if we break 45, 50. All right. That would be an area that I would expect to get back to, but we're going to have to break. We're going to have to start going down. And right now, we're not going down. You know, some people would say, okay, this is the A move, this is the B pullback, and you ought to be able to measure the A, B, or A to B, then B to C, then C to D. I think that's, I started out doing a 1, 2, 3, so I stay confused.
Yeah, you're on the 5. So my AB is from the bottom.
Yeah.
So at 37.25, and the B point would be 62, and it's already come back down and then hit the 127. So it actually, yep, 127. And I don't know if it'll get to the 144, but there's a level up there. I think you have it.
See, mine would have went something like this right here. This would have been AB,
Mm-hmm.
then C,
Mm-hmm.
then D would be this distance here added to that right there.
Right.
Yeah.
But the overall trend is up. So I took it from the bottom.
Oh, okay. Up.
Yeah, see the very bottom? I took it from the bottom.
Or down here.
Yep,
Yeah.
up to 62.
Okay.
And then we had a little C pullback right there at 55.50.
Yeah.
And then the C's, the AB, the D has already been hit. So I just do like the 127, 144, and try to trail it. But
Yeah.
that's a price action move. That's, you know, the level. There was a great short at the B point at 62. There was another one at 70.
And see, and I had an area up there at 72. So
Mm-hmm.
the levels, the thing that the levels do for me anyway, they get me in pretty close to the very tops or the very bottoms. Most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time.
I think the levels too, Don. When the price patterns aren't clear, you have the levels.
Yeah.
And that's always a good, when you have to return your mental state to baseline, just go back to the levels and reset yourself.
Yeah. It's like right now, I'm just sitting on my hands because it's not giving me anything. Now, if I really, well, I can't do it now. If I really wanted to trade a bunch, I would take this 1 minute chart and turn it down to a 15-second chart. But when I do, it does not go back and add. It starts when I turn on that 15-second charts, that's my first bar. So that means I have to turn it on at 8:30 and have a 15-second chart up and running. Because if you don't, this is what you will get. And every 15 seconds, you get a new bar. And they do move fast.
Are you using Ninja?
Yeah, that's Ninja Trader.
If you go to the bottom tab on your 5-minute and you copy into a new tab and then change it to a 15-second, it'll populate with the 15-second immediately with the history.
Let's go back. Let me get this 1 minute set back up. I don't use candles, so it's nothing against them. It's just I learned it on the bars.
Yeah, I learned on candles.
You go down to the
tab.
Yeah.
Right click.
Okay.
Duplicate new tab or window, either one.
Okay.
go up to your time at the top and select 15 seconds. Oh, yours does that. That's weird. Mine populates right away. I wonder why yours is different.
Well, it gave me another tab.
Yeah, I have another tab too, but mine populated the 15
Yeah.
second. Oh, there. Wonder why yours didn't work.
I don't know. We'll try.
Yeah, mine did.
A new tab. All right, let's go up to 15 seconds. That's 15 minutes. Give it a few minutes to refresh. This it won't allow me to reload my historical data.
Are you addressing Don, Pat?
Do what now?
Pat
Oh.
asked if you take trades mostly on the fiber 1 minute charts.
I'll do them both. The only advantage to a 1 minute chart. Oh, let me clear out this thing here. The only advantage to a 1 minute chart, I can see the same patterns that I see on the 5, except they're just my risk. Say this bar right here, or say at 72. You know, if I jumped in up here or jumped in below something here, then I know my risk is on the other side of these. I'll take a swing pivot low, like this low in here. Once we break all of this, this is 3 bottoms across here. Once we break it and it starts down, we should see lower lows. That's going to be at 55. So I don't really. When you look at an hourly chart, and there will be lots of arguments over it, but when I throw up an hourly chart up there, this is an hourly chart, and everybody can say what they want to, but once that hour starts at right here at this 68.75 area, once it started, we hadn't been back below that. This hourly here, we went down below it, but once we got back above it at that 52.25, we hadn't been back below it. So it's kind of like any one of these hours, the start of that hour can also be like your line in the sand. I'm more positive right now because this bar is more positive. Doesn't mean that this bar can't pull back and go up, or it just pull back and stop. It's kind of my point. So you have to. It took me a while to be able to do this. And I'm going to pull it up on 5 minute, and I'll give you a good example. Now, depending on your charting package, sometimes your hourly bars start at on the 30 minutes at the 8:30 open. So if you're going to use the 8:30 open as your hourly, that this is where, keep in mind that 8:30 bar actually ends at 8:30. So this 8:35 bar is actually open of my 8:30 bar. Now I can use that 8:30 bar, or I can come back and use this 8 o'clock bar. I don't start it on the even hours. I've got 2 hourly charts up, one on even and one on, and sometimes it makes a difference, and sometimes it doesn't. But the bottom line is look, we started at 8:30 and we ran all the way to what, 9:30. 9:30 it opened up again, and we hadn't been back. So it's kind of like we took a short within that bar, but we took it at a level. Am I making any sense? It so when I'm looking at my charts, I'm looking at where I'm at 9 o'clock. I'm looking at where I am at 9:30, and then I also know that, okay, this is the first 15 minutes. This the second 15 minutes. So, I kind of got my mind wrapped around in this 5 minute chart in these time frames. And if you look down here at the bottom, my time frames are set at about every 30 minutes. I mean, I can spread them out to where I can get them 10 minutes apart, or I can get them uh, hourly apart. It doesn't really matter, but I keep them about 30 minutes. I just kind of keep them to where I like the color, the thickness of the charts, to where I can see them. Okay. Uh, but it's just I can. So if my price action play is you have to have a reason to take it. We either at a pivot, we're coming back to our blue band area. We are coming into a support zone uh, that I would expect to get a little reaction off of. And so, with that said, if we look at this thing at 9:30, we're open, and as we were coming back down into this support zone right in here, you could take a long. And the reason I say you could take a long is that where this is where my line in the sand analogy comes in. As long as we stay above, I don't care where you do it, this line right here, the probabilities are we're going to go up. So if you got a pullback and you got an area that you want to get long with a short, you don't have to have a 2 point stop. You can, if you've got a good support zone like this one right here, it held at 82. This held well, and so the level and what Saul teaches you, and then what you will learn is that the levels are areas that we expect a reaction from the market. Okay, we expect this to get a bounce up or down depending on where we're what we're looking at. This bounce down at the 82 was a good bounce. Not only that, because the hourly bar was on more positive. We were let's see, we opened up at 67. So it just it's a thought process. And so, and then the question is how do I use the 1 minute chart? Well, Saul teaches a few other things too. He doesn't just teach the levels. He teaches you price action plays. And I can't go into them without giving them away. Uh, and then once it's like any other system. I'll tell you this right up front. You have to use it. You have to be able to see it. You have to enact it, and you get in, you get out, and that's it. Or you get in, you take some profits, move your stop. Uh, if you're trading two lots, say for example, you got a 2 point stop, and this thing runs a point and a quarter, point and a half, depending on the volatility of the market before it even gets to 2 points. You're taking profits off that first one. Well, that first profit is about, if you leave your stop at 2 points, that means you're going to lose half of that. So you've made a point, you've lost two, so you've actually lost a half a point. And or bring it up to almost break even. Don't put much in it. It's just, but you have to be able to do this thoughtfully, quickly, and not think about it. And it has to become second nature. You have to see these. Sauce gives these levels out early for a reason. So you already know where we expect this market to stop or start at. Does it always work? I'll be first one to tell you no. Uh, on the good percentages of the time, yes. And I'm not talking 30, 40% either. I'm talking probably um, conservatively 65% and up. And then when you get to trading, and sometimes you'll get a feel for it. You don't want to take the level. That's okay. Maybe the market's got a little bit too much momentum, and you just pull your orders. It's not. It's like when this market turned, and I'll tell you, it turned right here at 62. That's when everything right there went green, and man, it just shot up there. Well, I had a level here, I had another one there, I had another one up here. So, yes, if you'd left your stop in, you got stopped out on this one. You made your money back on this one, plus you made your money back on that one, plus more. We don't know that that's going to happen, but it will do it. So you're better to stop yourself out, and then you're saying, okay, we're going down. Am I going to get back up? And this is about 9:30, so I'm looking here. So anything above, I'd say about right here, 61.50. I'm long again, and we're out trading up here to 69. So are you going to lose some money? Sure, because not everything's going to work out. But once you see the price action plays and they're constantly doing it in and out, in and out, in and out, and then you get a confidence of it. You like the way Saul teaches it, and you just do it. That's it. You come in, you sit down, you get the numbers. If you don't want to figure out the numbers yourself, I think that's what you pay Saul for, to come in and give these numbers to you every day. Will you make money? If you do what you're supposed to do and don't get off the reservation, you will make money. If you think the market's going to do something else and it doesn't do what you thought it was going to do, the only person you can blame, I mean, we can tell you right up front, levels don't work all the time. There's certain markets, and you will get a feel for these type of markets when this thing is just shooting and it hits a level and only pulls back about a half a point or something like that. Then that tells you right there, this thing's got lots of momentum. If it is a normal tradable market, it's going to hit that level. You're going to bounce up. You're going to get 2, 3, 4 points, and it'll start climbing again. And then when you throw what you already know how to do, like in Maureen's case, measure moves. Uh, you have target areas. Then you have price action plays. Uh, let's see. Since 9:30 to right now, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 price action plays. Now, the thing about a price action play is it's usually not meant to ride this thing to the moon. And if you're dealing in a 5-minute chart, that's one thing. But when you're dealing in a 1-minute chart, you got to realize the 1-minute chart very seldom goes 5 and 6 points in one direction. From this one, we went up to what, 62 to 67. So if you get 2 or 3 points, okay, get out. It's a price action play. It's not meant to, it's not a buy and hold instrument. And so there, I can